Okay, guys, I think I'd do just a quick update, and then I have I'm going to bring up another point here in this video. But the update is we got some good news and some bad news. So the house that I had mentioned the first time and my video yesterday, it turns out we're not getting that house. Or maybe bigger. Anyway, we're not going to get that house after all. It turned out it had way too many problems, and we made an offer on it, but the owners were their counter offer was we'll do absolutely nothing to fix these problems, and you'll pay us full price. So it kind of was. It wasn't a deal after. They were not willing to negotiate, which is unfortunate for them because they're going to find themselves, I think, having a hard time selling the place because there were some significant problems. But we didn't. That wasn't our only offer out. We had another offer on a house, and they accepted it. So we're getting a great deal on a great house. It's big. It's about 2,500 square feet. So it's not a small place. It's got a huge garage that's not counted in the square footage. With a workshop. It's got a lot of great stuff in it, so it's going to be a really nice place. It's not as good as the one we wanted, but it'll do. The crappy thing is, though, the bad news that comes with that is that the owners of the house that accepted our offer they live in Arizona, and they cannot finish getting their stuff cleaned out. There's a few things that they've left in the house, like for the display crap, like furniture and things, so that the house looks sort of lived in. But they're not going to be able to get that out and finish everything up and do all the final signing of everything until the end of January, which is not atypical. It's not unreasonable. But what that means is that we can't afford to live in a hotel for the next 4 weeks. So we are moving into a studio apartment, which is about the same amount of space as we have here. But we will not have cable TV. We will not have internet connection. We won't even have a telephone. And to get those things hooked up for which could be 2 weeks, it could be 4 weeks, whatever, is probably not the best idea for us. I'm going to work on that a little bit because there is a reason why I work online now, since my resigned from my position, my teaching position. I am working online doing curriculum development, which means that I have to upload and download back and forth with the other people I work with, my colleagues, and to do that, I need an internet connection that's available a lot. I can't keep going down to the library every hour, logging in and to check my email. I mean, I'm going to end up having to, but it really doesn't. That will slow down the rate of my productivity. So there may be some arguments for getting a temporary internet hookup. But the other thing is with YouTube videos is that I have to I'll make the video, then take it down to the library and upload it and hope that YouTube's not blocked. As you probably are aware, a lot of city and state agencies have YouTube blocked. So I'm hoping that's not the case. If that is the case, it just kind of sucks. Anyway, sorry, I'm bitching about that stuff. But anyway, but it will make do. In 4 weeks, I'll show you guys this home is awesome. It's been extremely well maintained. It's big. It was owned by people that knew what they knew about, old timers that kind of, repaired things themselves or had things repaired as they broke down. Nothing sat in, they didn't have, how some people's houses, they let, some downstairs bathroom will have water sitting in it for whatever, not do anything about it until it actually has to be fixed. These people fixed everything we had the inspection, and it passed with flying colors with a couple really, really minor details that we could right now afford to do ourselves. Really small things. Like the railings on the stairs have to be, there's certain code for those, and those have to be up. Things like that. Nothing that's big. No foundation issues, no roof issues, no anything like that. So that's good. Anyway, so what I wanted to bring up is I got a response to a comment on a video, really old video of mine, by a user called Bloodshed1516. I'll put a link up in the sidebar so you guys can look at this. And the first comment they made was sort of one of those, it was an accusation saying you need to do your research. You need to, before you make a video like this, you need to learn about what you speak of and this kind of thing. And I assumed it was personal. And this is kind of the topic I want to discuss. In that I thought that the person was addressing me as what I said in the video they were responding to, if that makes sense. I thought they were specifically. So I went back and I rewatched my video, and I was like, well, I thought maybe this person knows about genetics. The video is regarding genetics. Maybe they know, maybe there's something that they know that I was wrong on. So I thought, did I screw something up? And I went and watched it, and then in the meantime, I noticed that they a whole bunch more. They actually had strung a whole bunch of comments. It wasn't just one. And I realized that they were pretty typical. They're denying being a creationist, and they're probably not a typical creationist from looking at other things they've said. They're one of those unusual creationists, meaning, lizard people creationists. Does that make sense? Alien interference, this kind of stuff. But it's creationists nonetheless. Anyway, so the point is that they made this video, they made these responses to me, and I realized when looking through the responses that they weren't addressing what I said in that video. They weren't addressing, it wasn't some specific, they watched the video and disagreed with my specific points. Maybe they watched the video, maybe they didn't even bother, but they were responding to my entire ideology, character in general. And that was very clear. They were, when people that use terms like "you evolutionists," things like that, they're going after, because they started talking about, you think you know about the Big Bang, and you think you know about how a chicken learned how to get out of an egg. These kinds of things. It's like, wait, I never said that in that video. Things that I never addressed in that video. In fact, I've never addressed in any video I've ever made. So what they're doing is they're going after, these responses could be cut and pasted and used for anybody who supports evolution, who's ever made a video. You can cut and paste these responses that they had nothing to do with what I said. And I asked again, I said, tell me specifically what in my video I was wrong on. Now the video, just real quick, what I was responding to was a creationist video where they had a paper from Nature. The creationists had a paper from Nature about the ENCODE project, which is a genetic human genome project, or not human as well as other mammal genetics. And she was claiming that this paper proved evolution was false. And she was talking about how the authors, or that implying that this paper was buried somehow, that all of us are refusing to look at this paper because even the authors admitted that there's no explanation for how these genetics could have come about, and that kind of stuff. And I had the paper, and I went through the paper, and she actually lied about what the paper said. She completely, no surprise, made up stuff, distorted the truth, just spouted a bunch of bullshit. In fact, in one case, she actually said she was paraphrasing what the author said and said exactly the opposite of what they said, and ignored whole sections of the paper where they talk about how this fits in perfectly with known about common descent. So it was just this typical creatortionist lies and bullshit. And the person responding to me, this I want to say blood omen. It's not blood omen. Bloodshed made all these things about me not knowing what I'm talking about. And anyway, so you guys can go through and read the comments. But it made me wonder what I wanted to get to in this is it made me wonder when I've gotten similar comments when there's only been one. You make a video and somebody throws a comment out there. You don't know what you're talking about. I've always assumed when I saw those that they were actually talking to me relating to the specific video they commented on. And I'm starting to wonder if I should look back at those, because are they doing the same thing? Were they making a general response they would have made cut and paste to anybody who disagreed with creationism or lizard people creating human slaves or whatever the hell their belief is? And it wasn't addressed to me. It wasn't even, not even anything to do with the video. And because I thought, you know, I've gotten a couple of ones like that. You know, I've gotten a couple of responses back. You know, you don't even know how, I don't know, the human spleen works, you know, or something like that. It's like, well, I never talked about that in the video, and I thought it was a little odd. And you know, now I'm starting to really wonder. Anyway, please tell me what you guys think. I'd be interested in some comments. We will be checking my email, so I will be, you know, seeing my comments at the very least. So, all right, guys, take care, and I will keep you updated. Thanks.